WZID, it's New Hampshire in the morning, Neil and Marga. And joining us this morning is an old dear friend, Andy Jag. Now, Andy, you and I have been friends for many, many years. And for years and years now, you've been taking pictures in front of big stuff of yourself.
Big stuff, yes. Yeah, it's a pretty strange hobby, but it's I'm passionate about it, you know?
So it's funny, Margaret, because I see these pictures all the time on your Facebook page, your social media and all that stuff. And you've decided to do something with your big stuff.
I have. I've been doing it since 1987, which kind of dates me as being a really old man. And I have almost 1,000 photos of myself in front of just huge things. And so I've decided we're putting together a video podcast, and it's the stories behind the big stuff. So we're interviewing artists and owners of these things and finding out the stories.
These landmarks are incredible. Looking at some of the pictures, some are very odd, some are very purposeful, like the big basket building that I saw. It's incredible how you found these places.
Well, I always say, you know, it's hard not to find them because they're so huge.
Yeah, well, this is true. Now, am I to understand, you recently did a trip. You spent, 3 weeks on the road. You asked your wife if it was okay if you spent 3 weeks traveling around the country just to see big stuff?
Yeah. It's gotten to be sort of an addiction at this point. Yeah, it's sort of passionate and it's fun. And you know what? It allows me to see the back roads of this country. And it's a beautiful country and experience the people and sometimes the food and all that stuff. And it's a great excuse to go and travel and see things.
It's very cool. And you're seeing the country and you're seeing some of the odd things that the country has to offer. Speaking of odd things, I mean, there are so many pictures out there. Like you said, you've been doing this since 1987, over 1,000 pictures. If somebody comes up to you, what's the weirdest thing that you've seen large and you have a picture in front of?
Oh, my.
What comes to mind?
Well, what doesn't?
Yeah, good luck choosing.
Yeah, no kidding.
One of my favorites is a church down near Clearwater, Florida, and it looks like a chicken. It's a giant church, and it looks like a chicken. And I don't know whether they built it purposely that way or not, but it's a chicken with a cross on its head. And it's just beautiful.
You got together with your friend and you said, look, we got to do a podcast. So it's called the Big Stuff Podcast.
Yes.
And so the website is
bigstuffpodcast.com.
Well, that's pretty simple.
Sure.
So we'll go see there. And so you're going to put out a new podcast, every couple of weeks?
Every 2 weeks. The first subject matter, I guess I'll kind of breaking news on this, is the big blue bug in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh.
If you've ever driven down 95, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a landmark, and it's something that Rhode Island is really proud of, and we got some great behind-the-scenes stories about it. So
I love to see that. So again, that's bigstuffpodcast.com to find out more. So I imagine, everywhere you go, because here in New Hampshire, we always like to be part of the club.
Sure.
So there must be some big stuff around here.
Yeah.
But you say we're a little light, though, when it comes to big stuff in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire needs to kind of get big.
We need to think. I guess we need to think bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple of great ones, though.
Not out of the question.
In Woodstock, there's a huge bird's nest, and you take your picture of you in the bird's nest.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
There you go.
I like that.
And then right around the corner here in Hooksett, there is a giant inflatable corn on the cob. Or at least was. Now, some of these pictures I took a long time ago, so I'm hoping they're still there.
Somebody could have deflated that inflatable.
Yeah, it could have been part of a farm or just in general.
Absolutely. Another good one was about 20 years ago, I took a picture in Milford of a huge rocking chair, me in the rocking chair. It was
I love
pretty
that.
awesome.
Out of curiosity, so when you're doing this podcast, you must ask the people, why do this big chair or whatever it is? And do they say, why not? Or what's the answer you get?
As far as building it in
Yeah,
the
or
first place?
why do something like that?
Well, some of it is actually art. I mean, some of it's horrible art, which is actually good.
Yeah.
I kind of love those, but a lot of it is well done, and it's partially art, but it's also like the old Route 66. It's an attraction to a business or a town or to bring commerce in, and
attention getter.
It's great, and it certainly is. Kids love it too, and so if you got kids, it's just a great excuse to go hit the road, and you should too. Grab a hold of your steering wheel and go.
I can't wait till you do the story on that giant hand that you took a picture. It looks like it from the Addams Family.
Oh my
You took a
goodness.
picture under that.
Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, pretty unbelievable.
Well, the podcast is called The Big Stuff Podcast, just Big Stuff Podcast.
BigStuffPodcast.com.
That's where you'll find the podcast, and you'll find out about that big blue bug on Route 95 heading south. Andy, thanks for stopping by.